Okay, welcome everybody. My name's Tammy Montgomery. I'm here with the Fearless crew. I'm going to be going over the basics tonight, but also we're going to be exposing and revealing the exciting new system that we're going to be using for six-figure empire. So if you are here and you're a Fearless Mama member and you're new, welcome, welcome. We love having you guys here. It is an amazing growing community. I'm so super excited to be your trainer tonight. I have my friend Sally sitting next to me, my friend Marybeth sitting next to me, all my friends really. I've worked with Valerie before. We have new folks here. We have David. David, I've worked with you for 2 years and you just joined Six Figure Empire tonight. I'm really excited. So if you could please do me a favor, as I'm a good multitasker, I'm not the best. If you can please stay muted because I do get distracted pretty easy. So I'm just scrolling through here. We have almost half full here tonight, guys. So I'm just going to be walking through everybody to make sure that you guys are set up, okay? Hey, Alfonso, nice to see you. Wow, that's awesome you're here. I'm so excited. All right, we got a lot of rock stars here tonight, guys, and we're going to be going through, honestly, just the basics, like I was saying. Hey, Sabrina, if you want to mute yourself out, that'd be cool. I'm going to share my screen, okay? I'm pretty excited here tonight. I've drank like 2 cups of Starbucks, so just be ready. All right, so if you're brand spanking new, you have no idea how to log in, this is where you would find it. You would find this either in your email. I'm even going to show you, if you never got a form to fill out, I'm going to show you exactly where to go to help your member get set up. So Vicky had this issue. Something's going on with PayPal, but I want you guys to know exactly where to go so that all we got to do is mark it. You know, your primary job here is, congratulations, you're a marketer. That's one of the things that you'll see right here as we log in. Literally, your only job is to generate leads and to send people to your capture page. That's it. Any more than that, if you're spending hours and hours on the phone with people or on Skype or on Messenger, that's not why I set this up, okay? I set this up so you guys would have time freedom. Yes, me, a little bit selfishly, so I'd have some time freedom as a top sponsor here with Six Figure Empire, but I also set up for you guys, okay? So you don't have to do that. That's why we have this in place. And believe me, by the end of this Zoom, you're going to be loving everything we have laid out here for you, okay? So you log in here, and this is your members area, okay? So the person that said they don't even know how to find this, you got to check your email. You got to ask your sponsor. It might have ended up in your spam, okay? Might have ended up there in your email, in the spam. But you'll have to go here. You want to listen to my 14-minute video, okay? You'll have to go here. Now, if you didn't get a actual account, then your sponsor, okay? I still have some people that are not muted, and that's going to really throw me off. So please mute your lines. There's a button at the left. If you're not muted, you'll be booted. So right here is if you didn't get the activation, okay? Your sponsor is going to have to prove that you did pay. So for example, and I don't know, sometimes there's a glitch on your computer, but all you got to do is a little screenshot and then you upload it and then you put that person's name, last name, first name, last name, email, and then it's going to create a link for you, which you send. There's going to be a link that populates right here. I've had to do it several times. And so if you get paid by PayPal and there's a glitch or whatever with PayPal, I'm not sure why. I've asked him a couple times, but there's just some reason there is. Then you're going to send a little link to your member, okay? Email it, Facebook it, whatever, and then they're going to fill it out, and then they'll get an actual link, a referral link. Can you take Bella, please? She's right here underneath me. Thank goodness for my son to rescue. So that's actually how you enroll a member. All right, so that's just basic. All right, so that's got to be pretty easy right there. Does anyone have any questions on that? Because like I said, I don't like to focus on that tonight because I think we have some really fun stuff we want to share. And I still hear babies. I got someone with babies on, and if you can mute, that would be really great. I mean, I love kids and I love babies, but I get really distracted because I want to go hug them. So, right? Like, where's my grandkids, you know? I don't have any yet, but I know Elvita does. So if you guys can just, like I said, mute your lines, that would be great. All right, cool. All right, everybody with me? So you got your username, password. Hey, Karen, how's it going? Keith White is on too. Awesome. Well, we got some really amazing folks on here. Hi, Steve. So Steve just joined, and he joined with Marybeth, and he joined Six Figure Empire. Am I correct on that? I want to make sure I have, okay. Awesome, there he is. Very nice talking with you today. Very nice talking with you today. And you know, this is the thing, guys. I've been doing this business, one income stream for a year now, okay? So tonight, I'm really excited because I'm going to be talking about the closing system that we've put together. Myself and Sally, Marybeth, we're all kind of like been chatting back and forth and saying, you know, it would really be great. I know how to help people get signed up. I've been doing it for 11 years. Sally's been doing it for 20 years? 22 years. And so, wow, talk about powerful. We have literally, you know, honestly, the talent here. And I just said, you know what, it would be really cool if people want us to help you guys get signups. I don't like to really call them closing, so we're going to call it pro, you know, kind of pro help, right? So, you know, Marybeth and I, and we've been working together for years, and I've always helped her. But, you know, as you get bigger, and now I have 1,400, you know, Fearless Mama members, and then 262 Fearless Mama members, right, that want to upgrade into Six Figure Empire. So I can help mine, but I'm only one person. So that was the whole idea I had behind my head, just like I did with Tim when I said, hey, let's come up with a $250, 100% commission. You know, I think I sleep and I have ideas, like how I can make you guys more money. You know what I mean? So I surround myself with people that are very talented, you know, just like you guys do. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about that, and I'm going to have Sally go through that a little bit. Patrick, if you can. Thank you. Yeah, so we've had a lot of growth, like I was saying, with the Fearless Mama. Now, if you guys don't know, I put the Fearless Mama program I put it together for Six Figure Empire. And that's where you guys are listening to my modules, you know, you guys are listening to the training, and you guys know that I love big ticket sales. Okay, so big ticket sales, I've been doing this for 10 years. Prior to that, I was in mortgages and real estate. So I love big ticket, you know, chunks of money. Not 250. 250 is great, but imagine having $1,000 coming in. Imagine having a $1,250 coming in from one of your members that just made $5,000. That's leverage. You know what I'm saying? That's leverage, and it happened 2 times today. Actually, I had Marybeth. You know, we had Steve. So I got $250 from that transaction. Marybeth put $1,000 in her pocket. Now Steve's going to go and he's going to get a member, and Marybeth's going to get $250 in her pocket or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where the leverage and the money is, guys. And that's where people are exploding this. It's not with the $250, because you only have so much that you can do with that program. Does that make sense? You guys are on the same page with me on that one? Because it's 100% commissions, you know? And so that was a stepping stone so that people can get into Six Figure Empire. Now I have people that have made a boatload of money with just Mama, and that's cool. But remember, you got to become fearless, okay? And when you have that ability, and you know you can make $250, well, $1,000 is not any different. The person's willing to pay you because they want that commission, so why not give it to them? You know? So we've had many people, like I said, upgrade into Six Figure Empire, okay? So that's the reason for this Zoom tonight. I have 20 masterminds on the 250 product, okay? So if you want to learn more about the 250, like I said, you can log into your mastermind right now and you can get training. But the reason for this call tonight is we're going to be talking about the closing system, okay? I'm going to have Sally talk about it a little bit. We're going to go back and forth. It's actually just brand spanking new. She's put 30 hours, I think, in over the weekend. She's amazing. She's got a cold, and she still keeps plugging away.
I have strep throat. I don't have a cold. I have strep throat.
Strep throat. She has strep throat. I'm glad that this is like a screen, right? If we can't.
Yes, exactly. Don't cough on you guys. So I'm sorry, I'm breathing out of my mouth and try to talk and try not to pass out. So talk about multitasking. I might have to excuse myself, just so you know. That's my disclaimer. I'm sick.
No problem.
I'm gonna live. That's the good news, right?
Yes.
But, I mean, everybody's here. That's great. I can't see how many's on. I think 50.
Oh, 55.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. And
yes.
you know, that's just a lot going on. And I really do apologize for not feeling well. Next time I'll be more energetic and we'll go over this again. But bottom line is you're all here for a reason. You know, you want more money. You saw the picture. You read the copy and it intrigued you, correct? Everybody wants that. Everybody needs to make extra money. I call it a side hustle. And, you know, you didn't just see it. And now you're probably, you know, you'll doubt yourself like, oh no, what did I just do? You know, but really like Tammy just said, she wakes up thinking about something. That's so funny because I do the same thing. That's an entrepreneurial mindset is what that is, when you always have an idea. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, right? But look at it again, you know, if you're feeling a little bogged down, because we're going to hit you with a lot of information, right? We can't just dump everything we've learned in 30 some combined years right into you, you know, but it took me 5 or 6 years really to figure this out. And we're going to, you know, quick start you guys to get it like in a week, if not sooner. Just depends on what you've done before and, you know, if you're, you know, how you learn things, you know, if you're quick, if you have time to put into it. That's all it takes, a little bit of time. So it might look overwhelming. Don't worry. It's not. It's a lot of information, but it'll make sense. One thing I do want everyone to do, especially if you're new, is go to your website and look at it again from a prospect's point of view. So you're going to look at the front end, you're going to read the copy, and you're going to act like you're a prospect and see what triggers you, because that's a really good way to learn. Then, of course, log in and start training and watching the modules that Tammy has. There's no other business that has those kind of modules. Let me just get that out of the way, okay? That is a lot of money, a lot of very, very valuable information that people don't give you. They give you some ebooks. I myself probably have, I don't know, $700,000 worth of ebooks. I've never cracked one of them. I'm learning from Tammy, and I've been in the industry for 23 years. But anyway, what we have for you, I call it a success system. And I had a business partner before, and we both had different skill sets. So we could, you know, really get a lot done and make a lot of money, be very successful in things that we did before. So two minds come together. It's a little bit more powerful, especially with the different skill sets. Tammy and my skill sets are different. She goes right in to the traffic and the training and things like that. It's great. And sometimes people that like me that want to move a little bit slower or systematically, I need some little steps in there. And that's what I'm going to bring to the table for everybody. Tammy has that too, but I think we just really combine our effort. You guys will see everything will make sense. But you've got the system, you've got some Empire, it's fantastic, and you've got Tammy's trainings, that's great. But now we have what we call 6-figure Empire Success System. And it's a whole wealth of autoresponder messages, it's going to be a whole wealth of information, is what I'm trying to say. But I did the autoresponder messages. It took me about 3 days. And I think that's going to be everybody's favorite part, because really that's those drip campaigns, that's what really converts your people. So there's 26 messages, and they go out over 120 days. And what you'll do, it's just about done. I want to go through a final edit. I almost had it out today to the people who purchased today. I think Steve even bought it today, and it's still, my phone is pinging from some sales coming through. But I want to go through one more final edit. There still might be a typo, or there still might be, hey, this link doesn't work or something, but we'll just have to get through it. But all those autoresponder messages, some of them, Tammy, I don't know if you can show your screen. If you could show like the first message and the second, the shadow, what I call shadow message, I appreciate it.
I can bring up a Weber while you're doing that, sure.
Okay, great. I've got 10 original messages, and they're heavy on the graphics. But don't worry, because if you don't like them or you want to change them, we will train you how to do this. I will personally train you guys how to do that on one of these Zooms. But I like them. This is the campaign that I will use. And then, so there's 10 of those. And then right behind it is 10 more messages. And they're pretty much a mirror image of the message before it, but without the graphics, really simplified. So those will get through the spam filters a little bit more. And then at the end, there's like 6 messages that just kind of keep everybody going. But what I will do a little bit more of, Tammy does a little bit more advertising, I do a little bit more of the marketing. So we have a website. That's kind of the best part about this is, and you can all go there if you want. It's going to be sfesuccess.com. And it's just the shell up right now because my webmaster, Lorna, she's one of my good friends. She's amazing. I met her online and she's done all my work for years. And she's part of my success, to be honest with you. She does beautiful work and she'll be doing our website. So that's one of the forms. There's the website. It'll have tabs on the front end for prospects. So there'll be a hub. So when the prospect goes here, they'll see how it works. They'll see a callback request form. They'll have a nice big welcome email, things like that. And so it's for everyone to use to bring your prospects to. Then there will be a password protected members area. And there'll be things from Tammy in there, there'll be resources. You know, she's going to her her event this week. She's going to bring back even more information for us all. So that's just, you know, I'm so excited for. I wish I could have gone. But and then we'll have a marketing tab. We'll have a contact us. We'll have a bio and about us. We'll have a testimony page on the front end. But the back end will have a password protected. But you can always go there, and it'll just really bring everything together. Everything will make sense when this is done, and it'll be a work in progress. So check back with it because we'll be loading stuff up every day from here on out for the next week, 10 days.
25 messages in there. It's amazing, and these are spaced out, like you said.
Well, go ahead and open up the first one so they can actually get a sneak peek.
Sure.
Let me put my glasses on.
I was sneak peeking all today.
You were peeking. Oops,
I was peeking.
I think that's the second one, or is that a template?
That's the first one. I can send it to myself, and I'll show you guys.
I think that's the second message.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the shadow message.
All right.
But
I was thinking I clicked on one. Maybe it's
Yeah, click on number 1. Go ahead and click on number.
All right, I did it. I'll do it again. This is.
But you will get these with a click of a button. I've got 30 hours in these messages, you guys.
So it's going to take them to visit their site. It's going to literally like redirect them. That's the cool part about this.
Yeah, you can go into your email. Then you can show the links if you want.
Sure, I can do that. I just don't want to share something that's private. So let me just stop that for a second.
Okay. But
I got people actually opting in right now.
Yeah, cool. I know. I just got a message. But the first message is heavy on the graphics. I think you'll like it. Down by the signature, when Tammy opens that up, you can pop that picture out and pop your picture in. I've created these messages for years, and people are always wanting my campaign code. I charge $250 an hour to set those up for people, and it usually is at least a minimum of an hour.
Here you guys go.
Here you guys get it for $65. That price will be going up, but you get to download it. You get a link and you download it, and there'll be step-by-step instructions. My webmaster, she just bought some new software. She's step-by-step Aweber instructions. That alone is worth probably $100 because it's just gold. You know, honestly, it's just going to be very cool. It's got a voiceover, and I think she's going to put our logo watermark on it as well. So that'll probably be done tomorrow. She's going through final video edit on that or something. I don't understand those terms. But here's the message, the first message, and you can see it's heavy on the graphics. If you click the logo, it takes you to the website. You just saw that. Kind of scroll down a little bit, Tammy. And
yeah, if you guys cannot try to take control over my screen, I'm not sure what people are doing, but please don't do that, Keith, whatever you're doing.
Just everybody hands off the mouse for a
Hands
second.
off the mouse, please. I had to get a brand new one. I have a wireless, and I couldn't figure out what's going on.
But you can see there, kind of scroll up a little bit. I took that off the website. And then you scroll down. There's always some call to action.
Hold on a second.
There's those 3 buttons there. But what's really cool is it has, all the messages have what is called a global text snippet. So you grab the campaign code, and it populates the messages within 2 minutes, depending on how fast your computer is. Mine usually, depending on how many messages there are, too, usually takes 30 seconds. Then I go to the list settings, and again, we have a video with a voiceover that will show you everything. And you type in your Fearless username, your 6-figure Empire username, your name, your email, your phone, and the join, your SFE join link. The callback request link is always the same for everybody, the whole team. Right. So that's already populated in there. But that, again, will show you exactly how to do that. And boom, you have my campaign, just like that.
Yeah, it's
So,
very easy. I mean, I did it and it was populated in within 10 seconds.
and it's like 95% ready. I do want to go through a final edit. I did have a couple things that were unlinked, so I need to kind of
Sure.
go through it. So I'll do that tomorrow, and people that bought it will have it tomorrow with a welcome email. They opt into, you'll have one of these forms. You'll get a welcome letter once you join, pay $65. You'll get a welcome letter. It has a button, and it'll take you to a form for the welcome. You can go to SFE members if you want, Tammy,
Sure.
and you'll fill that out once you pay, and then once you pay, then we give you a welcome letter with this
Whoops.
link in it, and
What's
you'll go
the one?
right there, fill it out, and then you'll get the code. You get the code. You'll get the password for the website, which is going to be really, really
I
awesome.
can't remember the domain you just told me. What is it?
Just go to SFE Closer. Maybe go to that SFE Closer if you don't mind, Tammy. I appreciate it. But I hope
that one.
Yeah, this is a callback request form. And
yeah, I showed them that one already.
Okay. And then the member one is really just for members, so I won't even worry about that one. But you get a welcome once you pay. You get a welcome letter, and it has a button. And if you push the member button, this form pops up, and you fill it out, and you get dropped into what we call a member campaign. So that member campaign, you'll get the code, you'll get everything you need. But besides that, you'll get any updates, any trainings, I make a lot of infographics. Have you met me? I'm like the queen of infographics. It just relaxes me. It's like my fine art degree and art history degree is finally coming in handy. But
yeah, the actual website is coming soon, but the actual callback form, if you guys have people now that want callbacks, that's why like Jeff joined today because he has a team and he wants people to know that they're going to be able to get their callbacks taken care of.
Right. And they need to join first. They get the welcome email, get set up, and then that form, that everything will work for them. You can't really use that unless you have the system. So
yeah, you can't use it unless you're upgraded into SFE too, just so you guys know, obviously.
Yeah, you really don't need it if you're not in SFE. So at least get into the 1,000 and then just go from there, because at least you'll get 1,000 every sale, and that's pretty cool. But and then we close your sales for you. Just a little bit more about me so you guys will feel a little bit more secure. But I don't know, Tammy, if you want to bring up TDI Pros Lifestyle. What is it?
Oh, your other one that you built before?
Sure. TDI Pros Lifestyle. I'm just going to share with some people. We had a full campaign that I did, and this was about 4 years ago. It was a top tier. They had 2,000 to 22,000. There were 6 levels. I had a business partner at the time, and we did about $600,000 in 18 months with that system, and we did all the closing. And we charged 20%, and everyone was like, I'll give you 50%. And we're like, no, let's do what's fair. But we had a full website that Lorna, the gal that's going to be doing this website, did for us. We had co-ops. We did a lot of full page ads back when they were really hot. They're not as hot now. That's why we need all these other tips and tricks that Tammy teaches us, because the home business magazines, we'd have advertorials, full page ads. We spent, I think it was $155,000 one year just in advertising.
Yeah. It's not there anymore. There's only 2 home-based business magazines,
and they're like real thin. Before there was 8 or 9. So
right.
You could kind of see the look and feel of what we go for. It's laid out really good, and it's really classy looking, and it's very appealing and enticing, and people want it, and they want people to close their sales for them. Some people are shy, don't want to talk on the phone. You're going to have to get over that at one point. But a lot of times people still work a job. I have a lot of professionals on my team. I have an OBGYN. I have a dentist. I have a guy with a PhD. I'm like, why is he calling me? What's a guy with a PhD calling me? But because they need extra money. Everybody does. I mean, most people do, right? But
Sally, is this the one?
Yeah, that's our site that my webmaster Lorna did. That was mine and my business partners at the time. She's going to do 3 screens, but I think it's going to be a cell phone, laptop, and a desktop. But you can just kind of scroll through it real fast just so people get the feel. But we had like welcome, then we had members stuff, and we had an ad co-op. That we won't be doing that, but that was our ad. That was a full page ad, and it's a $3,000 a page.
And so if I can stop you right there, the reason behind that, guys, the psychology is because certain teams have benefits. So you guys will be able to offer and say, listen, don't worry about advertising. We got that covered. Tammy teaches traffic. Sally does the, can't you see what I mean? Like,
we'll be the premier team to join, you know.
exactly.
Right.
We'll be the
Yeah.
premier team to join, which we are now, but I'm just saying.
Right.
The Fearless Mama movement.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt. But we'll have everything in one stop shop, which helps to make everything clear and make sense. And it is very enticing to be able to show the prospect that they won't be able to see the members area. They have to join to see that. They won't get the AWeber codes, and nobody can give that out. Only Tammy and I are authorized to give that out, but you'll get a little housekeeping rules on that. But lots of good stuff coming down the pike. When we did Titan 4.5 years ago, we closed, I think, 13 sales at the $22,000 level, and again did about 600,000 in 18 months with doing kind of what we're going to be doing here.
Yeah.
So everybody, we had people jumping ship from their teams, coming to our team, and we're like, "Whoa, you know, you got to
Yeah, tell me about it. I had one.
You know, so it's like, well, we don't need to do that.
I'm just kidding.
We would just charge them a little extra if they wanted us to close or something, because they were like, man, I want to join you guys, but I'm already in. But we didn't.
Yeah,
really,
that happens.
Then we're just recreating that here is my point, why I'm showing you that. And so you can see where I've been and what I've done. My first month in the industry, I made $17. So, you know, let's call a spade a spade. We all have to start somewhere, but we can all get to where we want to go if we know how to get there, right? If we have a blueprint, if we have a map, if we have a trainer, you know, if we have Tammy. Someone we can piggyback on their ad copy, their infographics, and their training. So the playing field is leveled. And
absolutely.
There's a lot of different, you know, teams and top ticket things you can join too. Some are kind of, I call Slick Rick. They kind of attract the millennials, and that's fine and great. That's awesome. You know, I don't have an M&M green Ferrari though. I have a gray 4Runner.
And I have a black Jeep.
She has a black Jeep, so that's not a red Ferrari. It's not an M&M green Ferrari, but goals. You know, and there's corporate field websites. So you get in where you fit in, where you feel comfortable, and that was what drew me to Tammy at first. When I joined, I actually joined under Tim. And I've known Tim and worked with him for several years. But then I got on a couple of Zooms. I'm like, wow, what a great sense of community. So I always thank Tammy for that, because people like that. That's really probably one of the most attractive things about Team Tammy and the system and the training that she does, is she helps everybody. But there are only so many hours in the day, and we're getting busier and busier. So to have a system, to have it streamlined, to have steps and a hub where everyone can go, and you don't need as much help, and you're not giving the code out every time, it's going to be really buttoned up and systematic. So anyway, there's $65.
You just said a keyword. Like you guys see in the Facebook group, like I'm a very easygoing person, okay? Like I have a lot of patience, okay? A lot. I've been in business for 31 years for myself, right? I can't fire myself. But in the Facebook group, I want to pull out this blonde hair because everybody's asking about AWeber. Guess what? No more, because it will be a step-by-step PDF. Like literally it's going to be, honestly, I'm going to be like, wow. You know, so all I have to do is teach lead generation. All Jeff has to do, all Marybeth has to do is just say, read this document. This is where it's at. Go in. It's self-serve. If you're 2 o'clock in the morning, if the Australians are up and we're sleeping, we won't be getting inboxes, and they're going to be going, oh, this is where you find it. It's the same thing with my modules, you know? I mean, it's self-serve. That's what we love about the internet. It's 24/7. We can be signing up people in the middle of our sleep, right? Getting automatic sales. So it's 24/7, but it's going to even be better because your prospects and you guys will be able to have the closing, so to speak. You know, that was the missing piece, honestly, was the closing team. So we have that, but we have the emails that will convert in order for those people to click back on this, you know, like right here. See, that's the difference, guys. That was the missing piece, okay? And like Sally said, you know, as you grow, you know, like I said, I started this out myself, and you guys remember, right, in the area, in the Fearless Mama, in the members area, look at the first mastermind here. You know, I had 3-4 people on. Now we got, you know, now we're maxing out.
You have red hair.
I mean, if a person just literally listened to even back here, solo ad training, if your members, if they're wondering how to run a solo ad, I have 3 solo ad trainings. We don't have to do solo ad trainings anymore. You know, the psychology behind it. You know, if you want to run a solo ad, you just go to epicsolos.com and you click how many clicks you want, and you don't even have to create an ad. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's the same thing here. If you want to run a Craigslist ad, you know, and like Sally said, I'm going to Maryland, you know, for the next 2 days, and I'm going to be studying other Facebook strategies, other YouTube strategies. You know, I'm going to be getting taught by a guy that's sold $250 million in information products. That's what we have here. It's an information product. So, you know, so it's a lot of value, but you guys are going to be able to benefit as long as you implement, you know. I mean, I've said that many, many times on these Zooms, is if you don't implement the strategies that I teach and train you, then you won't get any eyeballs to your website and you won't make any money, you know?
And one of the best tips and tricks is to show up here every week. Like, this is your job.
Right.
Marybeth is on here every time, and she makes money every week.
She's killing it, Marybeth is.
You know, but this is like a job to her, you know, job. I'll use that term loosely because, you know, we get to work when we want. We get to decide how much we're worth. We don't have to drive and park. I used to work in Beverly Hills, and it took me half an hour to get to work, and I had to pay for parking, and I had to get my car.
Absolutely.
It took me half an hour to go 5 miles, seriously. And I had to, I mean, my clothing bill and my dry cleaning bill was outlandish, you know. But the closing, I do want to say, if you guys want, do I have the message for the closing? I don't think I do yet. So don't fill that out yet, but you filled out the teaser ad. That's probably all of you have done that. SFE teaser.
Oh yeah. You want to show them where to go, just if they haven't.
Yeah, right there. SFE teaser, .info. And I'm sorry, my brain is just not working right. But sfeteaser.info, that's where you start, and you can see a little bit more of my work, and hopefully things will make more sense. But the closing form is in all of those messages. Every message that your member gets, if you have our campaign, has a button, put in a callback request, and we entice them to put in a callback request. You know, we ask them to do that. Now, when they do, what happens is Tammy and I get a form. We have a Gmail account that we share, and that form comes to us. And usually I man that, and I send it out. Hey, you know, hey, Joel, is it Joellen? Hey, Joellen, you've got a callback request. I'm going to call. They want to be called now, so I'm calling them now. It's, you know, the callback request form has those options. You know, what time zone they're in, things like that. And then I let you know I'm calling them tomorrow night, or I'm calling them at 2, like they request or whatever. And then I call them, and I have like a checklist of what I put them through, and I ask for the sale at the end. I don't do a hard sale. No one wants to be hard sold. But we do a qualify and ties. We ask for the sale. We get to know them, see where they've been and where they want to go, and if they're qualified, you know. And then I write you a little note. Hey, I talked to Joe. They're coming Friday. They're going to do the $1,000 level. They might, you know, whatever the conversation is, I'll write you a little note. And it's all on a spreadsheet. So, and then we just check it off, you know, and then after it's on the honor system, if you get the sale, say you get a $3,000 sale, which is $3,750 rolls up, you get $3,000. You'll owe 20% to Tammy and myself. So, you know, you get this, so it's on the honor system. You get to get your money first. We don't ask your client to give us the money. They give you the money, and out of $300, then you'll send off $600 in your pocket, $2,400. Actually, I hope you'll take 20% and put it back in advertising, because that's kind of what I teach and preach. But so it's very systematic, and you'll get to know right away when you have a call. It is required that they put who brought them to the system.
Yeah, I'll share that again one more time.
Yeah,
it's right here.
That's the
whoops.
That's the
sorry.
Yeah, that's where you start.
Wrong one. That's this one.
Yep, and callback request. You can see they can put in the time zone and best time to call. And you scroll all the way to the bottom, Tammy. So when they fill this out, they'll get an email right away that says, "Hey, thanks for putting in a callback request. Please, you know, I'll call you. You know, you'll be called within 24 hours."
Let me show them.
Sure. You'll be called within 24. The follow-up email for that isn't done yet, but everything will be done tomorrow, and whoever purchased today will receive their welcome email membership details and the code and everything like that. So they'll be ready to go tomorrow.
Whoops. Okay, hold on one second.
I don't think the callback request has the follow-up letter.
Oh, okay.
The teaser one did. If you fill out the teaser,
okay. No problem.
Yeah, so it's, it's very systematic. I know it might be a little much right now, but once you go through the system, give it a week, and once you get your messages, go through it like a prospect, it'll make more sense. And then, tomorrow, like say tomorrow afternoon, if anybody wants to test the callback feature, they can just do that. Then for your name, just put like, Paul testing, Rita testing, Joellen testing, and then just put testing like in all caps. And then I won't call you because I know you're already a member. But you want to see how it works. I get that. Mm-hmm. And also on the website, it'll tell you how it works. There's a tab that says how it works. So you'll have everything there too. So anyway, a lot to look at, a lot of information. When the website's up, it will make sense. And $65 for everything you get now: advertising, marketing, live Zooms, the campaign, which is fierce, crazy good, closers, closing system. What else, Tim?
Money.
money. Duplication. Tammy teaches transformation. I teach duplication. Those are two very powerful words. Those are two very powerful things that we all want. We all are trying to transform and live a better life. And if, you find somebody who's been there, done that, who's done it, who's been successful, you do what they do. And that's what we're doing here. So
right.
There's probably going to be just 50 packages at the $65. That's the introductory price. As of Wednesday, it might go to 75 or 85 where it stops. I don't know. Depends on what we have to pay our webmaster, but it might be 90. It might be 85. I'm not sure, but next week, we'll come up with a price. But so I would get in while you can get $65. SFEsuccess.com is the website. Start checking it every day, and you'll start to see some things happening there. And that should really excite you. But try to get in at 65 because, quite honestly, like I said, those codes for me, just my code, I charge $250 an hour. I don't just give my code out unless you bought something from me. Then I've done that before. It depends on the business. But if it's just like a product business where I don't make a lot of money off somebody, then I have to charge because it's a lot of times very time consuming. Anyway, thank you, Tammy.
You're welcome.
For letting me share.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
If anyone has questions, I don't know if you want to take questions now or.
Yeah, let's take some questions. It's 9:40. What is it? I got text coming in. It's 9:44. And so just one second here. I got a couple people that are, if you guys, I see one that I have to address right now. It's actually Vicky from Australia, member. Your member's trying to pay. Okay, so with folks in Australia, for some reason, I think I'll have to send a Stripe invoice on that, Vicky, just so you know, for the second level, for that payment on that. But she's trying to pay for the system, and we only have a couple methods right now. So anyway, we'll sort that out. What the best thing is just to send us an email. So if you're tied to me, or if you're tied to Sally, or tied to Marybeth, just shoot you guys an email. We'll get this sorted out. The other thing I want to cover is just kind of a flow. So I'm going to just, for the basics, for people to understand what a sales funnel is and why we're trying to enhance this, I just want to maybe finish out by that. If you guys do have any questions, please put them in the chat box here. That would be great. Okay, so we're just going to do that for the new folks here. Again, anyone that is stuck in any area, this is kind of how I coach and teach people when I'm one-on-one, okay? It's like, okay, well, where do you need help exactly? Like, I can't be there in your house, so I can be here on a screen and I can share. So if you're stuck setting up Stripe, then Stripe has a great customer service. If you're stuck setting up Aweber, I have a lot of Aweber information in the Facebook group. Aweber has a great chat support. Mary at Aweber actually takes care of any questions with Aweber, okay? If you need Aweber for the Momma, specifically, if you need help with the Aweber series, you can ask your sponsor. or if I'm your sponsor, you can certainly ask me, okay, if you're stuck there. So there's points to getting a sales system set up so that it's automatically running, okay? So when I got into this industry, I knew I wanted to have the least amount of communication with people as possible after they got up and running. It's just the way I am. You know, that's the reason why we do have a system behind the system. So anyone that has joined, and yes, 1 second, Dennis, I think he's asking some stuff there. 1 second.
I'm answering them, Tammy.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to make sure that you guys understand the ones that are in Fearless Momma. Again, the Fearless Momma was created for six-figure empire. Six-figure empire is the big ticket opportunity on the back end that you guys hear me talk about. When through my transformation of losing 100 and some pounds, been able to do that because of big ticket money. Okay, I've had the time freedom to be able to do that, to be able to do my exercise in the morning, my walk at night, you know, the whole 9 yards, right? So that's the product, okay? So we are marketing those products. And I just want to say a lot of this because I've been getting a lot of these questions. See, I remember everything that comes through my inbox on a weekly basis. And believe me, I get a lot of that. Yeah, that's crazy that Arthur's been banned from AWeber for life.
Who has?
Yeah, I never even heard of such a thing. I've been banned from PayPal, but not AWeber. So just so you guys know and understand, so this is the 250. Where do you find out about Six Figure Empire? For those that are wanting to upgrade tonight, what you do is you log into your back office of the Momma. Okay, if you're not in the Momma, join tonight at 250. You log into your back office of the Momma. You click this link. This goes right to your Six Figure Empire overview. So everybody's system's going to be the same, just so you guys know. Everybody's system's working, okay? If it's not working, I'm not the support if it's not working, okay? So you need to send in a support ticket. You need to send in a support ticket to support@thefearlessmomma.com. Support ticket is not Tammy Montgomery's inbox, okay? Just so you guys know. Tammy Montgomery's inbox is so that I can help you guys close sales. It's not for customer support. I'm not the owner. I just wanted to point this out, okay? We got a lot of people coming in around the world, and for me to keep my head on straight, I need to point this out. It's right here, support@thefearlessmomma.com. You open up your little email, and you say, listen, something's not quite right with my system. It may not be. It may not be. There may be a glitch. You know, computers are not flawless. Systems are not flawless. So make sure that your Six Figure Empire is working, though. Now, if you're not in Six Figure Empire and the community is talking about Six Figure Empire and you're bringing in a bunch of Fearless Momma members, guess what? They're going to want to upgrade into Six Figure Empire. So figure out a way, like Sally said, to at least get in at level 1, you know, because otherwise you're going to be missing out. It's going to go to your sponsor. It's literally going to go to your sponsor. So on Wednesday Zooms, you know, when I'm doing the overview and we have 100 and some people on here, they're going to be joining. You guys want to get in on before the curve, okay? So Joellen, she did last week, you know, Sherry knew this is coming. She kind of had an idea. We've been talking about it for a while. I've been saying this for probably 10 months, 11 months, ever since I started the Fearless Momma. Make sure you upgrade. Good things are happening. Now, Tim Berger, the owner of Six Figure Empire, he's going to have a whole new webinar system, but this is the one we're using right now, and I've made a lot of good money with it, okay? So make sure, you know, if the person's asking you tonight, well, what's Six Figure Empire about? All you got to do is point them right here in the back office. If they're inboxing you, tell them to log in, go right here, unlock the system, go through it, listen to it, and then just get started. So that's kind of what we want to make sure people understand, the flow. And that's where this comes into play. If they have any questions, you know, they want other answers and things like that, that's where that comes into play. So I'm just wanting to paint that picture. 250 goes up to 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, and soon we're going to have another little level, I call it. It's going to be 7,000, and the back end is going to be 1,750. So get ready for that. It's going to be really cool. Really cool. All right. Did I do an okay job of the overview of the whole system?
Yeah, you did. It's a lot of moving parts, guys. There's a lot to it because it's the real deal, you know. just like if you worked in the corporate world before, you don't walk into your job that day and know every single thing.
Yeah, you won't know everything, no.
And you don't know what the CEO knows. You just know what you know. But if you're willing to learn, if you're teachable and coachable, you will get to where all these other people are, you know, especially if they're helping you, especially if you have the exact same system that they use, right? So put the time in, buy the advertising, you know. Mary Beth has the system. Mary Beth, if you downloaded it yet, there's a couple things that aren't linked up. So we'll do the regrab on you when I release it tomorrow. So, you know, you could grab it and look at it and just know you have to grab it again. It'll just take a minute. So I apologize for that, but we found a couple things, just a couple. Right, Tammy?
Yeah, yeah. Minor stuff. No huge bumps.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's pretty cool because at the bottom of the, you know, in this messages, um, it has, hey, if you don't have big ticket money, start here, and it'll pull your Fearless Mama link at the bottom if you want it to, and it's in probably half the messages. It's like PS, if you, I think that was some of Tammy's copy. If you don't have big ticket money, start here, and like I said, it's in half of the messages.
Yeah, in the follow-up emails.
Yeah, if you want it in all the messages, put it in all the messages. If you want it at the top of your message, you know, I will personally show all of you in this format how to do some things. I will also make you a infographic, an invitation. A lot of you have probably seen that green and white one for Fearless Mama on Tammy's Facebook, but we'll make a special one for SFE, and then I will show you how once a month to take that in, you know, be my personal guest. I'll take one of Tim's graphics. I'll take some of Tammy's copy, some of my copy. Please be my personal guest Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, ourfearlessmovement.com. Click the link above 5 minutes before the Zoom, whatever. And I'll show you how to send that through your AWeber every month, just the first of the month. You go set it up every Wednesday to go out automatically. It takes you 10 minutes. And now, not only are they getting your drip campaign, they'll get these reminders that you have a call. So the people that get those call reminders out make more sales.
Mm-hmm.
Just telling you, that's how it is.
It's also just the fortune is in the follow-up. I'm telling you right now. I wanted to just jump in and say one quick thing because I know that Vicky has to go. I think just real quickly, Vicky was asking me, and this is kind of the same, you know, what Sally's covering, but you drive in traffic to the Fearless Mama capture page, just so you know. I mean, you can drive traffic if you want to Six Figure Empire page. I mean, the one I showed you guys, you can if you want, and you want to bypass the 250. But the system and how I drive traffic, if you're wondering how I drive traffic, Vicki, because you asked me in the inbox today, like I said, I'd rather train and teach you guys in this format because I'm not accessible all the time on inboxes. But if you do want to drive traffic to Six Figure Empire, that's all you got to do then. You can just log into your Six Figure Empire back office. See, I'm just telling you guys how I do. It's just a suggestion. You guys ever watch Cy from Duck Dynasty? And he says, it's 55 miles an hour, and then he says it's just a suggestion. Well, I'm just giving you guys suggestions here. You know, I used to love that show, Duck Dynasty. But anyway, we took our son on a Duck Dynasty cruise, and it was just hilarious. It was a hoot. But I'm just saying, like, if you're wondering how I'm getting the scale up, okay, which we teach the 250 into the 1,000, into the 3,000, into the 5,000, and now into the 7,000. It's because I've been driving everybody. I've been building their know, like, and trust with the 250 program, and then they've been scaling up. They've been taking that 250, the sales there, okay? They've been running a solo ad, and then they've been getting sales. They've been building their list into the Fearless Mama, and now they're going to have a campaign for Six Figure Empire. Does that cover what you wanted to know, Vicki? I just wanted to make sure, because like I said, I get these questions sent to me throughout the week, and I try to have a photographic memory, but most of the time I'm multitasking myself, and I'm, you know, advertising myself. So I just want you guys to know you're still driving traffic, even though we have this SFE. Now, Jeff, he may want to do, you know, some of these guys just may want to do SFE, you know, and I totally don't blame you. I mean, I love $1,000, $3,000, just like the rest of you guys. I'd rather have $1,000 sale than a 250 sale. But I'm saying the 250 is where I've housed all of my masterminds and where all the marketing is. It's not in the back office of Six Figure Empire. Does that make sense?
You can bring them in easier.
That's why you can bring them in easier, but that's why they work well together. And that's why we have the front end funnel. Hopefully I explained that, Vicki.
Right. So you drive them to that, and then you can leave.
Okay, good. I'm glad I covered that, Vicki.
Sorry, did I interrupt?
No, I just was saying I'm glad I covered that for her.
Someone had a question.
Jeff's like, yes.
I think it was Vicki said people cannot upgrade to SFE from their Fearless Mama back office.
What's that?
Vicki says people cannot. She said it's not working. And I said, what's not working? She said, people cannot upgrade to SFE from their Fearless Mama back office.
Oh, yeah, they can. And I'll show you how.
Yeah. If you go in your
they have to go through this. I mean, we don't have a registration back there. I guess we could. You know, I could ask Tim or the programmers to just have a little registration, but they won't know what they're buying. So you got to have them go through this, have them just seriously enter their information. You know, have them go through the system. You know, I know Joellen did, because that's how she learned. And I watched how, see, I get notifications. You guys get notifications, right? So let's put my cell phone number in there. They're going to see this video. This is where it's supposed to land. All right. Now, if you want them to just hurry up and join it, you don't want them to even review anything about this, I think it's great. This is an amazing sales presentation that Tim puts together. He goes over the psychology of it. He goes through the sales funnel flow. I mean, he has a cheat sheet. I mean, this is good information. Okay, it's all going to be changed, but I'm just saying, all you got to do, go like this. You got to, I think, wait like 15 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And then join the webinar in progress. You have to put your email address in. They will get to the link. Now, Vicki, if you want them to hurry up and join, guess what? Send them this. This is what I did. Just go into your members area, Six Figure Empire. Whoops, hold on a second. I knew that was going to pop up. I don't know why that's changed.
Yeah, there's a register link back there, guys.
Right here. Just send them to that. I have a domain name that points right to it. So if someone's literally ready to join Six Figure Empire and not have to go through, you know, all the stuff here, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to listen to that 40-minute presentation.
Yeah, buy a domain for your registration.
Buy a domain for your registration and send them right there.
Or sixfigureempire.com/registration, whatever it is. It's in your back office.
It's in your back office of Six Figure Empire.
In the messages, it's there. There's 3 buttons in all the messages in the new SFE success system. There's a SFE, like the capture page, and then a callback request, and then a join button. I went ahead and put it right there because I couldn't find it when I was ready to join, you know. But I do want to say something about the copy back in the campaign. Some of that copy is Tammy's, some of it's Tim's, and some of it's mine. So it really is.
Yeah.
Good, you know.
Here you go, Vicki. If yours is work, if there's a glitch, send to Tim, please. support@thefearlessmama.com. I can't fix glitches. I can't even log into those areas. Did you guys know that? Like, I can't. I'm not the owner of it. I'm not the owner of the system. So if there's a glitch, then you got to send in support and tell them specifically what the issue is, why it's not working, because everybody's is working. I got 3 $1,000 sales today alone. And like David Holmes, are you still on here? David Holmes, I didn't even talk to him. And he went in and went through the system and he joined. I didn't even talk to him. So there he is. It worked there. He can unmute himself. Hey, David, you went right through, right? It worked for you?
Yeah, well, I've learned that it's hard to get a hold of you.
No.
And pretty well, everything is in the back.
I'm here.
I know.
My
No,
God,
but
I'm like glued to my computer today. I've been like making hands over fist money today, David.
But I found the system is so self-explanatory. You've done a really good job at it.
Thank you.
And I just made my first sale an hour ago just off of doing that. So
wow. See? He made his first sale, $250?
Yeah.
Congratulations. You got to post in the
Thank
group. I'm going to post in the group.
Okay.
Awesome.
See, now, David's kind of cheated because I've worked with him for 3 years. So, you know, I didn't really have to walk him through it, but it really is easy though, isn't it, David? I saw you watch the webinar 3 times, actually. I can't count. I saw you watch the webinar 3 times, one of the other day, 2 times today. And I said, I know the guy's going to join today. I was almost going to message you on Facebook, but I thought, nope, I'm going to leave it alone. I don't want to bug David. But he joined anyway. That's awesome. Yeah. And one time, I mean, this is, I'm telling you, the grit that David has. He's just amazing. Him and his wife, they live up in Canada, actually. I haven't met him yet in person, but I plan on doing that someday. But I just love working with David. I have many, many people. I think the reason why when you start building a community and you start building a base of clients, you know, after 10, 11 years, then they know that, hey, if Tammy is recommending this thing, then it's got to be good, right? I mean, that's the biggest thing is you want something that makes money. You know, you don't want to wait a year or 2 years or something like that, you know, to make money in MLM or whatever. You know, affiliate marketing is really the fastest and easiest way to make money. So that's so awesome, David. So did you run a solo ad or did you just share it with someone, or was it a prior list that you had built with us?
Yeah, I talked to a guy at work and I said, listen, I don't want to even look at it until I'm all set up. And he wouldn't listen to me. He signed up.
Love it. But you got your links working, right?
Yep.
Right away. See, we've only met on Zooms. So you guys know that the system can literally work. David's following the plan. He's following the way the system's designed, because when you guys get 200, 300 people, you won't want to have them people message you every day. That's what these Zooms are for. I host them 2 times a week. I didn't have this when I started. I didn't have this when I started, guys. I didn't have this help. I had one time a month that I could get a hold of my sponsor. One time. And guess what? It was in a chat box. It was not where you could talk to him like I'm talking to you guys right now. You know, I mean, he was killing it. You know, he was just like, he was like a machine, you know, and no one would interrupt him. And there was no Facebook back then. I mean, I just got on Facebook. There was no Facebook back then. It was email only. And he said, you know what he said to me? Tammy, that's a great question. Ask me on the next training.
Oh.
That's exactly what he said. That's a great question. However, ask me on the next training, which we had to type in the messages in a chat box. Like, you know, it's crazy. Yes. Happens with solo ads. If you're running a solo ad, Arthur, it will happen. If you got a denial from Stripe payment, you got 9. That's crazy. Where are these people coming from?
It might be the same person. Sometimes they'll run.
Oh, I had a person, that tried like 10 times. And I'm just like, listen, why do you keep trying? You know, check your credit card. It's not Stripe. You got to email those people.
Yeah, you got to email those people because it's probably just a security thing. They're not just, they know if they don't have room on their credit card. I mean, you do have that once in a while, but
exactly.
Their credit card company is like, okay, this probably isn't them because they don't buy stuff online or whatever. So you just call and say, hey, it's me. So just tell them to call their bank.
Yes.
But it happens all the time. There's a lot of security measures in place.
Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, guys. It is 10 o'clock. I'm going to just go ahead.